Hey friends, POWWOW Guy here, Rob Phoenix. Happy Wednesday. It's Wednesday, October 13th. We're finally seeing some peaks of sun. It's been a very dreary week. Gloomy, overcast, cloudy, kind of warm, kind of gross. But anyway, it's nice to see a little bit of sun. I was sitting out in the front porch earlier, but too warm for me. It's mid-October. I don't want 75 degrees. I want 55 degrees, but we'll see. Anyway, about 2 days ago, I was just browsing online, Googling various things and such, and I came across a book that I had never heard of before, and on closer inspection, it revealed it's new. It was just written in August of this year. So here it is. The Braucherei Grimoire. And I thought, well, that's really interesting. I wonder if this is a response to the book I wrote about 8 years ago called The POWWOW Grimoire. Now, this was the first edition of it. Here's the most recent edition, POWWOW Grimoire. Because that was not uncommon. Back in the day when local farmers or powwows and such would get some of their put together their own kind of little booklets with their powwow charms, and they would get them printed. Not necessarily published, but printed. And sometimes they would write these little charm books as a response to other available charm books. And by as a response, I mean maybe their variation on the charms that they had read, or their whatever. So there were charms books available. Other people who practiced powwow would write their own and get it printed. And, it was known as the Great Conversation in powwow. So anyway, I wrote this book 7 or 8 years ago. And so then the other day when I see the Braucherei Grimoire, I thought, well, that's interesting. It's kind of different. It's basically the same title, except mine's the American word powwow. This is the German word Braucherei. So I checked it out. It was available on Amazon, and I thought, I'm going to get it. I mean, obviously, any new materials that come out about powwow, Braucherei, I want. So I got it, and I'm glad I did. I have nothing negative to say about this book at all. It says here on the cover, a compilation of 6 historical how-to manuscripts on the subject of Braucherei presented together for the first time in this book. And that's true. That's absolutely true. That's literally all that's in this book. It's so you have, he gathered the Romanus, Long Lost Friend, Egyptian Secrets, volumes 1, 2, and 3. Let me see here. You got 6th and 7th books of Moses. There they are, book 6, 7, the Book of Forbidden Knowledge. And then, as kind of like a little bonus at the end, he has the Popular Home Remedies and Superstitions of the Pennsylvania Germans. This is by A. Monroe Oran. He wrote a bunch of little sort of books and published them in Harrisburg about powwow and witchcraft and such. So that's kind of a little bonus because it gives little like superstitions and such in the back. So now, as a practitioner, I've been learning about and practicing powwow since in my early 20s. All right, I'll be 50 sooner than later. So I have all these books already in various forms, various editions, but it's genius to have them all in one. So it truly makes, when you get all those like commonly used grimoires and put them together in one book, it really is truly like the Braucherei Grimoire. I mean, nice and handy. So that's it. I don't know where he gathered all of these. It doesn't really say anything about what editions they are or the years that they were printed and such. So I can't really speak to that. It just kind of goes from one book to the next to the next. It doesn't have really any reference to like which translation, which year it was published or whatever. And there are no author notes to give us like any indication like why he chose these particular editions and such, but that's okay. The only thing the author offers is this little like 1.5, 2 page introduction. And he kind of talks a little bit about powwow and connections to paganism, which now I've been hearing that for 20 some years, that there are these, even longer than that, I would say 30 years, that there are these connections from powwow to paganism. And that the powwow that we practice nowadays is like the Christianized version of Braucherei. But there's literally no evidence to support that. And he kind of like disproves that claim by the very content of the book. So it's very clear that POWWOW Braucherei is a heavily Christian, historically Christian tradition. That being said, I like that it's all put together like this. Sorry about the dog barking. I've been trying to escape that barking dog since I got home from work. The Phoenix household is very stressful today. Peace. So anyway, so this Connor Moriarty, he just compiled the information together. He didn't write anything. I would have liked to seen maybe some information like about his personal practice, how he works some of the charms, how he like incorporates this into his life. But I guess for that information, and if you want, like, I would recommend this if you want all the books that are commonly used within the Braucherei/powwow tradition, instead of having all these different copies, you know, and books to carry around with you, pick up this. It's nice. And it's only $18. You can't beat that. It's nice. They're all in here. Like, looks nice, looks good. I have no complaints. So well done, Connor Moriarty. But if you want to know how to work the charms, how to dissect the charms and see how you do them, how to incorporate, you know, powwow into your life and like actually be a powwow. $10, Amazon. It's good stuff. So I would say the two books complement each other. This is all the grimoires that are used in the powwow tradition, and this is how to actually be a powwow. So they complement one another. So I'm glad I got it, and I liked it so much. I got it today. I came home for lunch. Like I left my office, came home for lunch, kind of check on the dogs and such, and it was there on my front porch. So I just ordered it Monday night. I got it today at lunchtime, and by the end of my lunch, I didn't even eat because I was just kind of like looking through this the whole time. I thought, time's up, got to go back to work, still hungry, but okay. I got to look at my book, and I liked it so much, so I ordered a copy for my friend. And according to Amazon, he'll have it Friday, so it's good stuff. Now I'm teaching a course on powwow in January, like a 6-week Zoom course, and I think I'm going to make this the required reading. Like the book to get with the course. I mean, it has all the grimoires that we would use in it, and so I have nothing negative to say at all. I don't know this individual, but hey, well done. I like it. But yeah, I was just a little sort of mystified about some of the things said in the introduction, and maybe I was misreading it, but there is some interplay between Christianity and paganism in Braucherei. And then he mentions this group, Erglave, which it's like a neo-pagan group, but he kind of puts it in he kind of inserts it in history here. There are a great many Christian settlers among the Pennsylvania Germans, and it seems the Christian majority viewed the practitioners of Erglave and Braucherei as devil worshippers and black magicians. I mean, Erglave is pretty new, I believe, like the late 90s, if that long ago, I don't know. So I would not want to place the Erglave into history where they weren't. You know, you got to be careful with stuff like that. There is a well-known author who kind of ruins her own reputation by inserting things in history where they never actually were. So anyway, try not to do that, but this is great. I have no complaints about this. I recommend this. I gave it 5 stars on Amazon, wrote a nice review because I really like this. So I'm glad he did this. It's convenient for all of us. There you go. And actually, like, I think probably 2, maybe even 3 of these books, the copies I have were just like free copies that I printed online. so they're kind of lousy, and they're like full-size pages in a binder with holes punched in them. You know, I don't gotta go through all that mess. Like, it is nice. This is really nice. So, well done, and that's my review on the Braucherei Grimoire. And pick this up, and then if you want to know how to actually do all this stuff, pick up my book, the POWWOW Grimoire. So, and my stuff, since you're begging to see it, like, you'll see I have, well, I don't know why, I can't even see it on the screen. But anyway, I have all, like, some of the charms I like, how to do it, you know, what is a powwow, whatever I have in here. I don't know. It's been a long time. There's a star. Yeah, how to do a session with a client, binding, anti-witchery stuff, herbal remedies, hex signs, Himmel's briefs, whatever. Here's the astrological stuff. I have like how to do planetary hours, how to heal by the planets, how to make talismans, you know, all that bizwaz. So anyway, complimentary books, and that's all I had to say about it. So enjoy the rest of your Wednesday. Hopefully it's nice where you are. Dog seems to have quieted down, so there's peace once again. Thank you, my friends. Love you all very much. Have a great rest of the week, and I'll probably be back on Saturday with the weekly update for next week. All right, talk to you soon. Love you. God bless. Bye.